Hi, I'm Becca and I'm addicted to media. Today I'm going to be wrapping up all the books that I read in July and all the books that I'd like to get to in August, but probably won't because I don't read the books that I want to read. And I did read Soulless Volume 2, which I read before the biannual Bibliothon, and yeah, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. The first book that I read during the biannual Bibliothon, and the reason I mentioned that I read Soulless Volume 2 was Soulless Volume 3, which I also gave a 3 out of 5 stars. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This is the first book in the Throne of Glass series. It follows Celaena Readathon. She's probably the most infamous assassin in her world. I do really like Celaena's character. I think she's really interesting and flawed, and I love a really good flawed main character. I like that she's not just wholly good, she's got some really questionable things that she does. Sarah J. Maas's writing style definitely has that feeling of epicness to it, and I do really appreciate that. So I'm excited to see how her writing improves throughout the series. So I will leave you with a quote that I really thought captured the essence of what I liked about Sarah J. Maas's writing. She had often wished for adventure, for old spells and wicked kings, but she hadn't realized it would be like this. A fight for her freedom, and she'd always imagined that there'd be someone to help her, a loyal friend or a one-armed soldier or something. She hadn't imagined she would be so alone. I think that I'll keep reading, mostly because of Celaena and Nehemia, I believe her name is, because I'm really interested to see what happens to them. I will be writing a review for this on Goodreads. I just am really backlogged on a lot of stuff, so when it is up, I will link that down below. And I gave this like a 2.8, 2.9 out of 5 stars in my head, so like a 3 stars on Goodreads. The Archived by Victoria Schwab. This book is about a girl named Mac who is a keeper for the Archived, which is kind of like a library for dead people. Is like the best way that I can describe that. It has a lot of paranormal elements to it, and obviously it's a little spooky, and I like that in a book. This is one of the first books that V.E. Schwab had published, and so because of that, it's definitely not as good as her other stuff. You can see how she's improved if you compare this to Vicious or A Darker Shade of Magic. For this, I have a very short quote, and that is, "Scary how easy it is to forget the bad things." And I will be giving this a 3.4 or 3.5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, so it'll either say 3 or 4 stars. All You Need Is Kill. This was a bind up of the whole series. I think it was only like 2 volumes anyway. I would probably have a really hard time trying to explain this series, but if you like really bloody carnage in your manga, this might be for you. It's science fiction, and I thought it was really interesting concept. I ended up giving this a 4 out of 5 stars. In my last video, I announced that I was doing Harry Potter month, which went okay. I have like 2 more Harry Potter videos that I haven't edited. Just this was like the month of backlogged things. Goodreads reviews, videos, all that jazz. But I did finish rereading the whole Harry Potter series. So during the readathon I read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, but I listened to the audiobook, and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and I mostly listened to the audiobook for this one as well. Obviously, for my reread, these both got 5 out of 5 stars. Harry Potter just always gets a default 5 out of 5 stars for me. J.K. Rowling is just a brilliant lady. So for as far as the rest of the month goes, I read Orange Volume 1 of the complete collection. I really enjoyed this. It is about a girl who gets a letter in the mail from herself in the future, and her future self is trying to change mistakes that were made in her past. I thought it was really interesting and very sad and very cute, and I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Finally, for the rest of the month, I finished off my reread of Harry Potter, and that included The Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix by J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. I loved rereading this series. Before this, I had only read the last one twice because I read it the night that it came out, well, the day that it came out, and I read it again before the 8th movie came out. So it was really nice to read this again because I hadn't read it in I don't know how many years, like 6 years. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, 5 out of 5 stars to all of them. The audiobooks for these were incredible. I really loved Jim Dale's narration and his voices for the characters, what he came up with, and some of them were a little odd, like Luna's voice was a little strange to me, but I just really loved what they did with the audiobook. It was just great to revisit Harry's world, and I basically just like cried the last, like completely cried just like the last 3 books the whole time. It was amazing and horrible at the same time. You probably get where this is going because I read Harry Potter and the Cursed Child by J.K. Rowling, Jack Thorne, and John Tiffany. I will be filming my Cursed Child review. It will be probably half non-spoiler, half spoiler. I just don't know how I feel about this. I just like blew through it, so I didn't write down any quotes or anything like that, but I will say that as with the 5th, 6th, and 7th book on my reread, I was just like bawling the whole time. This is the last book that I read because I read it on the 31st and I finished it on the 31st. So I already put up my 7 and 7 TBR. I will not be going over those books. If you want to see the books that I am planning on reading for the 7 and 7 Readathon, I will link that down below and probably somewhere else. But I would like to mention that one of the books for 7 and 7 that I'm planning on reading is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. The reason I am mentioning this is because if I do not finish this for 7 and 7, this is the top priority for this month. The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I know almost nothing about this book. I've heard that it has very lyrical writing and I enjoy that in a book series. I've heard that it's a little creepy, a little spoopy. I love that too. I've heard that there's like magical elements, and boy do I love magic, so I'm really excited to get into this one. This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I wanted to read another young adult novel by Victoria Schwab because I love her writing, and I heard that there's no romance in this, and who doesn't love a good YA with no romance? I know, I love that. The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. I read the first 2 books. I would like to get through this trilogy. It's big and chunky. I don't know if it'll happen, but I need to know. I need to know what happens. The Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. Yeah, I would like to know what happens to Selena and Nehemia. I want to see her writing improve, so that is all the books that I'm planning on getting to in August. So what I would like to know in the comments down below is, what book are you most excited to read this month? If you like this video and you want to see others like it, you can stick around to the end of the video and click on some of my links. Also, if you like this video, you can comment and also not subscribe because that's not where subscribe is. Why didn't anybody tell me? I don't even know why I thought subscribe was up there, but whatever. So if you want to let me know, you can comment, subscribe, or give me a thumbs up, and I hope you're having a really great day. Okay, bye. The like love triangle things that were happening, that really annoyed me. Spells. Oh my god, my handwriting. Drea, we're gonna be reading this month. It's gonna happen. I've said it on camera, so you have proof. When I fail, no, if I fail, not when I fail. If I fail, you can just play this clip over and over again to make me sad about my failures. If I fail, which I won't. We're gonna read it, okay? And freaking frack.